On today's episode, the Bibi Nigeria Reunion Show, we had a psychiatrist present and he was addressing some of the issues that he noticed watching the show. So we had so many emotions and so many people who opened up some of the things that they had bottled up while in the house and even after the house. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Philomina here. If this is your first time, you're absolutely welcome. If you're a regular viewer, thank you so much for always coming back to watch my videos. Today we're going to be talking about how the whole reunion went. I believe that this is one of the most important aspects of this whole reunion because it is very paramount that the people have their mental space in check. They are very I'm concerned about the people's mental health, how they are, how they really are faring, because one of the things that a lot of them said during their interviews, all their media rounds, they're talking about how draining it can be mentally and how they felt like they were in a prison, how confined they were, and how a lot of things happens to them mentally. So this is a very good thing for Big Brother or whoever that put this together to have done. It reminds me also of Ultimate Love, where they had doctors and experts who came to talk to them about a lot of things that was going on in the house. So what happened was they asked Omashola, because Omashola, as we know, he was like the loudest in the house and a lot of people did not like him for it. A lot of people complained about it. But then again, that is him being his true self. So did that keep him till the end of the show, or what would we say really happened? So this is what he had to say. I'm going to have to be reading because I need to be very detailed about this. So he said that being true to himself was what kept him, and he said, according to Omashola, he said what put him in this space is the fact that, oh, they stole his coin, because he talked about the fact that Omashola was thinking, doesn't want to be himself because he knows that he's loud. Are they going to accept him for who he is? Is he going to come out with another personality? But then again, he said when Ike stole his coin, that at that moment he just knew that no, I cannot be thinking anything now. I need to come out and just show these people my real self, because at the end of the day, if I leave, I leave. This coin is what's supposed to keep me here. But then again, he noticed that that was what brought him out, and he decided to stay true, because the psychiatrist was asking him that, does he hold it against Ike? Has he forgiven Ike? If he knows his fraud and Ike did something really bad to Marshall, and we know that Marshall doesn't really take betrayal as well. So he said that for fraud, that they are good now, that they are okay. He understands fraud. Fraud is even one of the closest people to him since after the house. But that for Ike is even really happy about the fact that that experience made him, be the person that he really is, and he's very grateful for that. That he doesn't hold anything against Ike, because there was a time Big Brother was going to ask him that, asked him actually that, do you want me to tell you who took your coin? And he's like, no, I don't want to know. And then when he came out and he found out it was Ike, he was cool. Instead of him to be feeling betrayed and angry, he was just cool with it, and he just smiled and let it pass. So the guy spoke to him and asked him that, hope you have been able to deal with your, just heal from your relationship, because he talked about his relationship a lot in the house. If you know, Omashola kept going on and on about the girl who he proposed to, and the girl said no to him, and that was really sad for him. And he said he dealt with it for a long time. Like, he just said to himself that he's just going to, just follow anybody that he decides to follow, and just be there concerning relationship. He wasn't planning to, look at anything critically before doing anything. Like, he's just going to be jumping on girls, So, but then they asked him if he has healed. He said yes, that he has healed and he's moving on. And there is a gradual process, but he's healing and he's doing well. Moving on, they talked about Jackie. Ebuka said that Jackie was one of the housemates that was really judged a lot by viewers, especially because of the fact that she came out to talk about her experience with her boyfriend, now her ex. Then she was dating, so she came to the house. She built a wall that made her not really express herself with, a lot of the housemates. She was just herself, and she kept talking about her techie thing. So is she going to say that that also caused one of the reasons why she left the house, and how does she feel about the fact that people judge her? So Jackie now said, first of all, that she doesn't really see herself as one of the beautiful girls She doesn't see herself as a pretty face, and she always had thought to herself that what is up here is what is going to make her stand out, and that is what it has been for her. And she said she has seen it or heard about this notion where they say, oh, girls, you need to do better. Oh, enough of all the pretty face. Come, bring on brains. And she said that was what was going to be her strategy, when she comes to the house. So she just decided to herself that she's going to put on the whole techie girl, intelligent girl, because the psychiatrist said that she came off to us viewers as someone who was very oppressive. She was oppressing the rest of the housemates with her intelligence. At the end of the day, she wasn't the only one who was intelligent in the house. We had, in fact, quite a number of people who was intelligent, but she putting it out there every time felt like she was being oppressive. So she explained that it's because of the fact that she wanted to redefine the whole, oh, girls are empty-headed, oh, girls don't have brains, oh, they are just pretty faces. So she really wanted to change that notion, but she also realized that she, being the intelligent one, got to people, and that was even one of the reasons why she left the house. And according to her, she felt sad, and she really didn't understand it, because like, what do you people really want? So she was asking herself all those questions, and it got to a point where she just told herself, man, she doesn't even know what to do anymore. And when she came out as well, the social media pressure, a lot of things that really get to her. This person will come and say, oh, you're not beautiful, and they come to her on a very personal level, where they will tell her, oh, this is why even your boyfriend left you, oh, this is why your dad died and left you, all those kind of things, and those kind of comments where she really doesn't know how to address them, and it just hits her really bad. And her trying to keep up with the whole social media thing, seeing that she's not a social media person. Now, like today, she used an example of the fact that she thought that, oh, I need to post today, and then she started looking for pictures, and she still couldn't post any picture up until she came to the show. But she knows that because she has to post, if she leaves here, she's still going to post. So the psychiatrist just told her that, see, you don't have to keep up. Like, first of all, he said he brought to her notice that many other people would be there commenting positive things about her. Even if it's 3 people, she just try and pick the 3 things and focus on them. And if she pays close attention as well, the people who say good things or make good comments about her also come on a personal note, but she doesn't really pay attention to it. And she should also bear in mind that anything that you pay attention to, that is what is going to grow in your mind, and that is what is going to cloud your whole mental space. So it is important that she decides to focus on the positive side of the whole social media thing. That there are people who don't have their own social media accounts handled by themselves, like they pay people or have people who do it for them, and she could do that, seeing that she's not a social media person. It's not necessary. Like, you can have your social media page running, but then you're not the one seeing all the comments, you're not the one handling anything. And also, it is important that when you are really happy, you're hyped like 100%, you can now come to social media, and then maybe social media will now drain you like maybe 50% or something, and then you are still okay, instead of it to come to social media when you're already drowned, or when you're down, like down, like you're 20% on, and then you're coming to social media. Social media will just drag everything. So it is important to focus on the positive. So he spoke to her about that. Moving on, they moved to Ike, the psychiatrist speaking now. He said he saw that Ike was willing to leave his past. He did a lot of things that he wasn't proud of, like he made choices that he wasn't proud of. So he found that Ike started seeking for validation from a lot of people. Oh, he would go there, take advice from this person, go to this other person, take advice from this person, because he didn't really trust his judgment or his own choices, seeing that he had made bad choices from the past. So that, how has Ike been able to deal with that? Because at the end of the day, if Ike doesn't deal with it and he keeps going on taking advice from anybody, he's just going to lose himself in the process, making everybody's opinion count in his life, and that is not so good. So Ike said yes, that is true, that he has made really bad choices, that he even had people who were talking to him, oh, don't do this, oh, do this. But then after he will say, man, I don't care, I will do whatever it is I want, he will come back and then he will regret later. So yes, the psychiatrist is actually correct about that. But now he knows that in the house he was asking for people's opinions, but at the end of the day, he's not saying that this is what it is. Like, sometimes he already knows what he wants to do in his mind. He just has a way of asking people to make them feel good, or just make them feel like they have a say or hold something in his life, but then again, he knows exactly what he's doing. But right now, outside the house, what he has done is that he's really making the circle really small. He doesn't want too many people in it because he believes that he's going to trust those people in his inner circle, that he has a lot of acquaintances, that he made mention of somebody that he did business with, like one of the housemates that he did business with outside the house, and the person, thought that they were close, they were good, because the person kept coming to his house every day, they were talking, they were seeing, they were doing business together. And then as soon as the person did something that was off, he said he just changed it for the person, and he went back to his old self and just told the person, no, we have to draw the line here. And that is because he knows what he's doing, that his inner circle and his people are the people who he trusts, who he can, take anything from, be loyal to, and everything. That he's also working on that, and he's good. Though that something about Ike's own is not so, like, there's no balance. So the psychiatrist and Ike, they've planned that they're going to meet again and talk. Then they moved on to Vinita. Vinita, on the other hand, they talked about her personality. Oh, she was the drama queen, full of life, full of energy. But then again, she was the one who came out to TV to talk about the fact that, oh, she had 2 kids. Oh, she's divorced, and the case is in court. She was coming out of a relationship or a marriage that had domestic violence in it and everything. So he said, according to the psychiatrist, he said that he asked a woman, at least to get a woman's point of view, because he didn't really know how to take it. And the lady was like, a lady just doesn't just really come out to talk about this thing publicly on TV. So for Vinita to talk about it, that means there is something about it. So Vinita said, yeah, that she spoke about it because she said she knew that she was in a period where she was falling apart and she was broken, and she was just willing to actually take the fall and then build herself again. So the method she used was being happy, just doing something really different. According to her, like, a lot of things has changed in her life, from working to a place where she now started having children, and then she had a newborn. She was just taking care of the child. Like, her life just changed, so she had to know how to deal with that and everything. So she said she just really spoke about it so that she's going to be vulnerable and then build herself up and everything. So the psychiatrist asked her how she's doing now. Has she been able to deal with it and everything? She said yes, that to a large extent she has. That right now she and her ex-husband, they are cool. They even like each other's pictures on social media. In fact, they play PlayStation together sometimes. Her kids are cool, they are good and everything. Then Tacha now decided to add that, yeah, that she likes the fact that Vinita came out to talk about these things, because she's going to also encourage other women who are in abusive relationships and marriages, that Vinita actually have helped them one way or the other, and that is really bold. She's really strong for her to have done that, and she really commends Vinita for it. So guys, today's episode was just quite emotional, seeing the housemates accept their their downsides, accept their mistakes, accept their wrongs, accept the fact that they are really broken and that they really need to be fixed. It was really heartwarming, and it's okay that Big Brother or the organizers decided to pay attention to the people's mental health. It is really good. It's a good thing that they've done, and I commend them for that. So that was what happened today. Tomorrow we're going to see what Tacha has to say about this, because as you all know, Tacha displayed a lot of character in the house, and she has come out to talk about the fact that this happened because of the fact that she was broken, her mom and everything. So we're going to see how Tacha is going to handle this. The up next they showed us was Tacha explaining something, so we're going to see all that tomorrow. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I've come to the end of this video. I'm going to see you on my next one. This is a good time to subscribe if you have not subscribed already. Bye.